Hey everyone, welcome to this new video series from Trossen Robotics to explain the workings of the Trossen SDK, a data collection toolkit to solve all your data collection problems. In today's video, I'll be walking you through the installation, configuration, recording using one of our demos, visualizing the datasets, replaying them on the same hardware, and then converting them to a training-ready dataset. To begin with, open the docs.trossenrobotics.com/Trossen SDK documentation page. The link to the page is given in the description of this video. To start building the project, I first have to install the system dependencies required for the project. These include dependencies like ffmpeg, OpenCV, and build essentials for CMake. Most of these dependencies have already been installed on my computer, so I will be running through them pretty quickly. Next is the Apache Parquet dependencies. These are required for the conversion tool so that it can convert your datasets to the Littlebot dataset format for training and visualization using the Littlebot framework. Next, we need to install the Trossen ARM library, but because it's already installed on my system, I will be skipping the step. If you need help installing the Trossen ARM library, you can check out this video. We will be using RealSense cameras for this demo, and you can check out the installation for the RealSense SDK on this link. Again, I have all the installations ready on my system, so I will be skipping this step as well. Next, we will be installing the speed dispatcher so that we can listen to audio cues while we are collecting datasets. So once all the installations are complete, we can go ahead and clone the repo for the Trossen SDK. Once the cloning is complete, we can cd into the Trossen SDK repo. We will create a build directory using mkdir build. We will cd into that directory. Once we cd into it, we will get the configuration and setup ready so that we can build the project. Once the setup is done, we can build the executables. Now that our executables are built, I'll cd back into the root of the project. And that's pretty much all for the setup of Trossen SDK. Once the build is complete and you see no errors on your screen, you can go and verify the install by running a demo script and dump the configurations. So here my installation is complete, and as I can see, all the information that is in the configuration is dumped on my terminal. That means my installation is complete. We also have convenience targets that you can use to build your project. If you want to build a specific tool, you can also do that. And you can also run test commands. Next, we will be moving towards the configuration and how you can set up your robots for collecting datasets. In our project, we have 3 different robot modalities that we support first class, which is the solo, stationary, and mobile Trossen AI kit. For this demo, I'll be using the stationary AI kit, which has 2 leaders, 2 followers, and 4 cameras. The configuration for this lies in examples Trossen stationary AI config.json file. Before we move to the file and see how it actually looks, let me just explain quickly what you will be expecting. We will have a JSON schema for defining the hardwares, producers, the teleoperation setup, the backend, and the session. All the details are provided in the documentation. I will be walking you through how the actual configuration looks like. So let's go and open VS Code and check out the configuration file. The configuration file basically starts with the robot name, and then we define the hardwares, where we have the arms and the cameras. As you can see, we have 4 arms defined as leaders and followers with their respective IP addresses each. Then we have our cameras with their serial numbers and their IDs and width, height, FPS, and other information. Then we define producers. Producers are a way to extract information from your hardware. We have 2 kinds of producers, the pull producers and push producers. Push producers are used for the cameras and pull producers are used for the arms. For now, we just set everything up in this JSON file. Next, we define the teleoperation setup, which is the leaders and the followers. So we have the left leader for the left follower and the right leader for the right follower. Next, we are defining the backend, which is information about where to store the dataset, what the dataset ID would be, compression size, chunk size, etc. Then we have the session information, which is for this data collection session, what would be the max episode length, what would be the maximum number of episodes to collect, what is the backend that we are using. In our case, we are using the Trossen MCAP backend, which is a custom backend from Trossen Robotics for the MCAP dataset format. A reset duration, which is how the time period between two consecutive episodes that you want your robots to relax for. And that's pretty much the configuration that we need. To set up the serial numbers for your cameras, open RealSense Viewer, which gets installed along with your LibRealSense installations. Once this is open, you go to your info section for each of your cameras, you turn them and you map the correct serial ID to the correct camera. So camera high, in my case, is this serial number, camera low is this, and it will differ in your own setup. We also provide a way to override your JSON configuration because you don't want to write the whole file again for just changing one value. So let's say you wanted to change your dataset ID, you can just set it using this, the set command, and we work with nested dot notation. So backend.dataset ID equals trial01 would change your dataset ID, rest of the configuration will remain the same. Let's just go and test out our configuration and how it looks actually. I will copy this dump config and then let's clear out everything and then run the build examples Trossen stationary dump config, and we'll see that all our configuration is accurately captured by the script. Once this is done, we are good for recording our first episode. So let's move on to recording our dataset. We are using the Trossen Stationary AI. We will build examples Trossen Stationary AI and pass the configuration using the config flag. If we do not pass the config flag, we will load the default configuration files from the respective directories. In the beginning of the session, you will see that the demo parses the configuration and it will construct the session manager and the teleoperations thread will start. The arms will stage themselves to a start position and the followers will start mirroring the leaders continuously at designated frequency. Throughout the recording, the dataset is getting stored into the MCAT file. Once the episode duration ends, we move into the reset phase where the demo pauses for a while to let you clean up your workspace, and then we will start the next episode. At the end of all episodes, we go into the shutdown phase where the arm teleoperation thread stops and all the arms are staged back to their sleep position where they can be turned off safely. Once we are done with the recording session, we will be able to see that dataset in the root directory called Trossen SDK /dataset ID, and the episodes would be stored as MCAP inside it. The MCAP dataset consists of synchronized data from all the producers enabled in configuration. Topic names are derived from the stream IDs that we mentioned in the configuration. We capture joint states, we capture images, and the odometry in case of the mobile. In order to visualize an MCAP dataset, you'll need to use Foxglove Studio. I've already installed it on my system, so I will be skipping these steps, but you can follow these steps to install it on your system. So let me just go quickly and open Foxglove Studio. Once my Foxglove is open, I can open local files. For me, I have stored everything in the default root directory, which is .Trossen SDK. And the dataset name would be stationary dataset. We will visualize one episode, which is this. As you can see, I'm using one of the downloadable layouts given in this documentation. You can download any of these layouts according to your need. and visualize the data set as such. If you hit the play button, the videos will start playing and the joint trajectories will be showing here. Next, we can replay the datasets on the same hardware to verify if the joint states are captured correctly throughout the session. You can build the individual tool using make, replay, Trossen, MCAP, joint state, but because we installed the whole project in the beginning, we already have access to this script. The usage is simple. You just run /build scripts, replay, Trossen, MCAP, joint states, and the path to your dataset, and it will start replaying the trajectories that were recorded on your actual hardware. Make sure you have connected your arms and cameras appropriately as they were used in the recording session. You can also configure your replay script to your liking by changing the IP addresses of your follower arms and the playback speed. After we have verified that our datasets are clean and trajectories are as expected, we can go ahead and convert those datasets to machine learning training ready format. One of the most popular formats that we have seen is the Littlebot format, and that's why we have an integration in our toolkit itself to convert your MCAP datasets to the Littlebot format. In order to convert your datasets to Littlebot format, you can build the tool separately, but because we have already installed everything, we can run the /build script Trossen MCAP to Littlebot v2 and provide it with the path to the datasets. Before we start the conversion script, let me just show you how the configuration for the conversion looks like. So you can go to scripts, Trossen MCAP to Littlebot conversion. The configs.json would look something like this. This is the root directory where your dataset gets stored. I won't change it, I'll keep it as default. This is a task name, I'll keep it as default again. The repo ID will be default as well. And the dataset ID, I would change it to something like, let's say 0001, just so that we know what it looks like. Let's make the chunk size 1000, and instead of Trossen Solo AI, I'll be using Trossen Stationary AI as a report modality. Once I've set everything up, I will go to my terminal. I will run /build scripts Trossen SDK, and then I'll have to also provide the root directory of my dataset that we have collected. So it's in Trossen _SDK /stationary dataset. And after hitting run, it will start computing the statistics for all your datasets, and then it will extract the images from the MCAP file and then start converting them to videos in MP4 format for your Littlebot dataset. Once this is completed, everything will be structured and we will be ready to train our robots on the freshly collected datasets. So once we have converted our datasets, we can visualize them and see if they look good in the Littlebot format. This is a bonus, it's not mentioned in the documentation, so we can just go to our terminal, open the Littlebot repo, and then we will run Python, visualize datasets, and then the Trossen converted dataset. And the name would be 0001, and once the data set, we can go to this link and we can see that our data set, which was in MCAP format, is now converted to the Littlebot format and can be visualized using their own visualizer. And that's it for this video. If you like it, make sure to hit the like button, and for more such content, make sure to subscribe to Trossen Robotics YouTube channel. In the future videos, we will be talking about how you can collect depth information, how you can bring your own hardware, and more cool stuff that is coming up with the Trossen SDK. Thanks for watching.